The biggest mistake I see women over 40 make with weight loss is trying to use the same rules that worked in their 20s. After 18 years as a dietitian, I can tell you that one of the biggest things keeping women stuck after 40 is not a lack of willpower. Women come to me eating healthy, trying to do all the right things, cutting back, starting over, being stricter, restricting more, and still feeling bloated and exhausted and inflamed and frustrated and like their body just will not cooperate. The truth most women don't hear. After 40, weight loss is not just about eating less. It's about understanding what your body is asking for and learning how to work with it instead of against it. I'm Lucy Hutchings, registered dietitian, and I'm going to walk you through the same approach I teach my clients to help them lose weight, reduce inflammation, and feel better in their own skin without fad diets, without calorie counting, or giving up all their favorite foods or spending hours in the gym. So, what's the secret? The secret is this: support your body instead of fighting it. Your body's not broken. It's just overwhelmed. And when your body is overwhelmed by hormone shifts, inflammation, stress, poor sleep, blood sugar swings, under eating, and overdoing it, and just the mental load of real life, it makes sense that weight loss feels harder than it used to. It makes sense that if your body is feeling unsafe, it's not going to release the weight. It's going to fight you on it. So instead of asking, how can I eat less and push harder and punish more, we need to ask, how can I help my body feel nourished, supported, calm, and safe enough to release the weight? I'm going to talk about 3 areas we need to support after 40 to help you lose weight. The 3 areas we need to support after 40 in order to get the scale to move. Number 1 is to balance hormones. And you might be feeling like, well, that's really hard if I'm going through perimenopause or menopause because my hormones are all over the place. So it might feel like this is impossible, or it might feel like you can only do it with hormone replacement therapy. But here's the thing, there's actually a lot of things that we can do naturally on our own in order to balance our hormones. It's not one magic trick or hormone hack. It's really just the basics, the foundation. It's doing that daily on a consistent basis that's going to create a better environment for your hormones. But think about it. If we are restricting and we're not eating enough, maybe it's not eating enough protein, not eating enough healthy fats that your hormones need to be created, maybe it's not supporting the gut health, then it's going to be really hard for your body to make the proper hormones and keep them balanced. So we need steady blood sugar. We need that to be even, not this big roller coaster where we get our blood sugar spiked and then it crashes. We need enough quality protein. We need enough healthy fats and fiber-rich carbs. And we need sleep and some strength training, meaning build those muscles. We need to support our nervous system, meaning keep the stress down. And we need consistent meals. All of those things matter. And so if you feel like you've nailed 1 or 2 of those areas, but there's other areas that need help, then that's one of the reasons why your body is not releasing weight. It needs all of those things supported as much as possible. Your hormones respond to the environment you create for them. So even if you're eating really well, but you are not sleeping well or you're really stressed, your body is still not going to release weight. Or maybe you're getting to the gym consistently and you're working out really hard, but maybe your sleep is compromised or you're not eating very healthy, then again, your body is not going to release weight no matter how much you run on the treadmill or how many of the Zumba or CrossFit workouts or HIIT workouts you go to. Your body is going to hold on to the weight, especially after 40. The things that worked in your 20s to help you lose weight, it doesn't work anymore now that your hormones have shifted and your body has changed. Okay, number 2 of the 3 areas we need to support after 40 in order to lose weight is to reduce inflammation. This is something that we're finally talking about more in social media and in the news, and even maybe with your doctor. After years of maybe dieting, maybe not eating the best foods, maybe not living the best lifestyle, your body has built up a lot of inflammation. That inflammation is going to create all kinds of problems, and it's going to prevent your body from releasing that weight. Inflammation is like background noise in the body. When it's high, everything can feel harder. Your energy feels like it's tanked. Cravings are crazy. Digestion isn't moving smoothly. You might have sleep problems. You might notice joint pain, puffiness, skin issues, and weight loss feels really hard. This is where an anti-inflammatory plate or diet can be so powerful, and it doesn't have to be complicated. All we're talking about is quality proteins, lots of colorful produce, healthy fats. We don't want to fear fats. We want to add that fiber, make sure we see that on our plate. And we need to make sure we're staying hydrated with usually just regular water. And we want meals that actually satisfy you, not leave you feeling hungry and empty, which leads to that 3 o'clock afternoon slump. So we are not chasing perfection. We do not need to be a stickler about exactly what's on our plate at every meal. Think of the 80-20 rule. We want an anti-inflammatory more often, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We are lowering the daily stress load on the body with each little tiny step that we make. By the way, if you want this guide that is up on your screen right now, I have this for free in my free school group called Weight Loss After 40, and I'll drop the link to join that group if you're not in there, and that will be in the comments or the description of this video, and you can join it and grab this document. All right, number 3 for supporting the number 3 of the things that need to be done for women over 40 in order to get the scale to move. Number 3 is support the nervous system. This is huge, ladies. This is one of the most important things. Many women over 40 are living in that constant go, go, go mode. And I get it. I have 3 kids, we homeschool, and I run a business. So I know that when we have a lot on our plate, the kids, work, caregiving, stress, lack of sleep, no recovery time, no time for ourselves, that stress can really build up. And then the nervous system does not feel supported. And there's too much cortisol on board. And your body just doesn't respond the same way it does now than it did when you were younger. Now it feels like this is survival mode. Now it feels like this is an unsafe environment, which means it's going to hold on to that weight. And sometimes the most powerful weight loss strategy is not another food rule. It's not another diet. It's not another workout. It's actually just helping your body come out of constant stress. All right. This is what fighting your body can actually look like. It might look like skipping meals because maybe lunch comes around and you weren't prepared, and so you just fly right through it. Or maybe it's eating really small portions throughout the day because either you weren't prepared, so you're just snacking, or you're feeling like, oh, if I eat less, I'll be able to lose more weight. Doesn't work like that when you're over 40. Or it might look like trying to be good Monday through Friday, but then you're out of control on the weekend because you're so stressed about being so perfect throughout the week. Or it might look like cutting carbs. That's a very popular one. Maybe it looks like a low-fat diet, or cutting calories significantly. For a lot of women, they feel like they can't get the scale to move unless they eat under 1,200 calories. But then that's not really nourishing your body. It might look like relying on caffeine or willpower to get you through the afternoon or get you through a morning instead of real nourishment. Or fighting your body can look like just pushing harder with workouts when your body is already exhausted. Or it can look like ignoring hunger, cravings, poor sleep. It might look like a lot of bloating or any other stress signals. Here's what supporting your body can look like. It can look like building meals around quality protein, healthy fats, lots of produce. It can look like eating enough to feel satisfied instead of just pushing really hard to get through the whole afternoon without snacking. It can look like keeping your blood sugar steady and stable so that cravings might not even exist, or at least they're less intense. It can look like choosing movement that builds strength without burning you out. And it can look like prioritizing sleep as the most important number one thing that you can do to boost your metabolism. Or it can look like creating small, tiny stress anchors throughout the day, like a minute of deep breathing right before you eat, or a 5-minute walk right after you eat, or any point in the day getting a little bit of quiet time, or even putting up boundaries with work, family, friends, or just taking a 5-minute pause. And finally, it can look at your body. It can be looking at your body's signals with curiosity instead of judgment. Okay, your mini action checklist. These are the best things to do in order to help the scale move when you're over 40. Add quality protein to every meal this week. If it's possible, breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's the goal, is to see protein on your plate. Another idea, build one balanced plate each day. So try and make one of your meals as balanced as possible. It could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And that looks like getting some protein, healthy fats, produce, and some kind of a fiber-rich carb on your plate as well. Another idea, notice one inflammation clue. So some of these steps, really, it's about awareness rather than action, because we have to be aware before we can take action. So maybe the first thing is to just start noticing, when are you bloated? Are you puffy? Do you have aches and pains? Do you notice cravings often or digestion problems? If you're not having a bowel movement a day, then you're probably having digestion problems. Or maybe you're noticing energy dips. And if you don't take a moment to become aware of any of these things, it might just get missed. Okay, another idea is to choose one simple nervous system support this week, or per day even. Maybe it's just 5 deep breaths, or a quick walk, or a little time before bed where you're just quiet, or stepping away from the dreaded phone. And then another idea, make sleep a priority, like it's your job for the next 3 nights. I would love to hear how you feel after 3 nights of really quality sleep, getting to bed on time, less scrolling, putting the phone away, putting the TV and screens away, getting the lights dimmer in the evening, and maybe having a calm bedtime routine, maybe even soaking your feet or doing something calming like that. And the last thing, ask yourself, am I fighting my body right now, or am I supporting it? So I want to share a quick story about Megan, one of my clients, who was able to do this, and it didn't have to look perfect, which is why I love sharing this story. She was a busy mom in her early 40s, and she had that diet mentality in her head of, it has to be all or nothing. I have to be either in or out. I have to do it all, or it's not worth it. And we've been hearing that story for our whole lives. So in order to lose weight, you don't need to eat less, be stricter, push harder. That wasn't what her body needed. What her body needed was, over those 12 weeks when she was able to lose 20 pounds, her body needed to learn how to feel that support instead of pushing. So she bumped up her protein, She started eating in a way that felt more satisfying, so she wasn't craving. She was able to reduce stress where she could. She had career, she had 2 little kids, so there was a lot of stress in her life, and she made sleep a real priority instead of just thinking of it as like an afterthought, like, "Okay, after I put the kids to bed and I have me time, then I can go to sleep." Instead, we have to prioritize sleep. And what I want you to hear is this: her results did not come from perfection. She was by no means perfect. There were lots of days that she wasn't able to do those things, but it came from consistency. So, doing them as much as possible, and from nourishing her body and not restricting, and learning how to work with her body instead of fighting against it. And remember, the goal is not to control your body into submission. The goal is to support your body so that it can finally start responding and releasing the weight. If you feel like you want a personalized eating strategy that fits your life specifically, I am going to drop the link to book a free 15-minute call where we can chat about it. All right, you've got this. I'm rooting for you. Thanks for watching.